I am so glad that men just like have stopped pretending. I would much rather dusty men know their place and own the fact that they don't have the masculine characteristics to actually provide for a woman and be the leader of a family. The best part about them owning Drizzle Drizzle is the fact that it's going to make dating for women a lot easier. Because now men are not going to be hiding whether or not they're dusty, whether or not they're providers. I've had so many girls that stay in relationships for years because the guy convinces them that they're a provider even when they're not providing. And they future project to these women and they're like, yes, when we're married and when we have kids, I'm gonna like buy you everything and you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom, just for that to never happen. So now I'm really glad men are really,
all I hear is, I'm broken, I can't afford a good.
Watching my ex thrive, it's a beautiful thing, but it's really triggering for me because I walked away with literally having to start over after 12 years of starting over, of wondering if I'm going to be able to keep a roof over my head with my boys and not being able to just go out and play in our backyard like we used to, and wondering if I'm going to be able to feed them.
You know what, man? Any guy who gets left, maybe his wife divorces him or his girlfriend leaves him, every man should strive to achieve this level of success and thrive this much that your former girlfriend or your ex-wife opens up her front camera and tells the world your success literally is triggering her. She literally said it triggers her. She's triggered.
The sky was covered in thick gray clouds on a gloomy afternoon. The shower was steady, projecting a dismal state of mind over the humble community. Among the horde of rushed people on foot, a gathering of ladies stuck out. As the light, persistent rain dampened their spirits and clothing, their annoyance was evident, and their faces were etched with it. Mary, with her immaculately styled hair presently frizzing wildly, murmured softly. Lisa fought side by side with an umbrella that seemed more concerned with inverting than protecting her from the rain. Jane, normally the image of quiet, was noticeably disturbed as the downpour obscured the ink on her painstakingly composed shopping list. With each droplet that landed on them, the women exchanged irritated glances, their collective annoyance growing. The sprinkle was tireless, a steady, unwanted sidekick that saturated their garments and hosed their day. They were reminded of the comfort they had left behind at home with each step they took on the slick pavement. As they clustered together under the little shade of a nearby bistro, their dissatisfaction started to give way to chuckling. The craziness of their common problem was a lot to handle with a stoic expression. They found a moment of camaraderie in the pouring rain, their spirits slightly lifted by the shared experience of enduring the dreary wet weather.
I don't like 50-50. I don't do coffee dates. I don't care how much money I ever make. I still want my man to pay for everything. He should pick me up. He should drop me off. He should buy me Ubers. In exchange, he gets to not embarrass me and breathe my air. I think it's pretty fair. I think we're even Stevens. Otherwise, I don't need a man just to have.
Okay, let's clap it up. Round of applause for all and everybody who is just appalled by this drizzle drizzle. Okay, before y'all even think y'all know what I'm about to say, because you don't. I'm not appalled by it. Matter of fact, it doesn't even bother me. But what bothers me is the fact that y'all are in y'all bag over this. Like, y'all are so upset about this. And what I like to know is, when old girl was on that sprinkle movement, fulminating out the mouth, dogging our men out, talking all kind of trash about them, trying to put us on, give us tips, and teach us how to train and move as if they were pets, a part of our lifestyle. Y'all had no words for that. Y'all were hooting, hollering, cheering it up, sharing with your friends, tagging this person, oh yeah, that's right, sis. Oh my God, this, that, and the third. But now that somebody else has started this drizzle drizzle movement, y'all got all the issues in the world. And all I like to know is why?
I'm afraid that men are about to learn rule number 1 of capitalism.
And what would that be?
In order to negotiate, you have to bring value.
Based on what is shown on the screen, it does seem like one is going to try to explain that men have no value.
And in order to strike, you have to be able to take something away from the person that you're trying to strike against. That is the meaning of a strike. It means withholding something until you get your needs or conditions met. That's a strike, okay? So I just have one question for all of y'all.
And what's that?
What is that thing? Go ahead, what is that thing?
Sadly, I believe they're serious in asking that question.
What are you going to withhold from women in any meaningful way that is going to force us to meet your conditions and demands? What will it be? Go ahead, what will it be? What will you withhold from us? Have you thought about that?
I'm fairly certain that they have.
Because I guarantee you, in less than a month's time, tops, I promise you, everybody's going to forget about this.
I highly doubt that. The reason being, because unlike what some believe, this is not about some men going on strike so they can get something out of women. Oh no, it is in fact more about men holding up a mirror to the face of the behavior that a lot of women have been displaying in regards to their own dating standards. So when men start acting in the exact same way that women do, it definitely seems that some women are not liking the reflection.
A gathering of ladies accumulated, fastidiously examining their dating principles. They had a reasonable vision of the best man. He should be something like 6 feet tall, procure a 6-figure pay, consistently pay for dates, and cover their bills. They demanded that he ought to have no private cravings or assumptions, exclusively zeroing in on satisfying their necessities. These women felt entitled to these high standards, and were self-assured in their choices. The women, on the other hand, were offended when men began to share similar expectations or point out the manipulation. They quickly put together a strike and made emotional stories to get people to feel sorry for them. Their accounts painted them as survivors of out-of-line assumptions, bypassing their own unbending requests. They depicted themselves as being abused by men who thought about having their own longings, expecting to move the public's point of view in support of themselves. Regardless of their endeavors, the basic truth stayed clear. The twofold norms were apparent. While they requested flawlessness disregarding the ramifications, they were reluctant to measure up to similar assumptions. A new perspective on mutual respect and genuine connections in the context of contemporary dating dynamics emerges in response to the stringent, manipulative standards. The reason for this new, milder period is to bestow significant examples to ladies about appreciating and esteeming which men offer that would be useful.
Men are flipping
It
the
plans
roles
to
on
cultivate
them,
a comprehension
and they
that
realize
common
how
regard and
ridiculous and
appreciation are
unrealistic it
fundamental
sounds
in any
when a man
relationship.
says it, but then
This
when
era
they say
aims to
it,
promote
it's
a
not
more
ridiculous.
balanced and
Like
equitable
some
approach
women
to
have even
dating and
gone as
relationships,
far as to
rather
call
than
these men
rigid,
gay and
frequently
act really
unattainable
homophobic
expectations.
towards them for
Women are
simply
advised not to
asking
disregard
for
their
what they're
partner's
asking
efforts
for.
and contributions,
And what I get from
and
it,
to
even if it
recognize
is
the
a joke,
significance of
jokes aside,
reciprocity.
it's about
The goal
reciprocation, and
is
it's
healthier,
showing
more
how many
satisfying
women
relationships
expect
in which
it
both parties
automatically
feel
because
valued
their
and
inflated
respected
egos
if
are
these
telling
values
them
are
that they
embraced.
deserve it no matter
This
what, without
gentler
any
period
reciprocation.
accentuates
And I don't
veritable
know about you guys,
associations,
but any
understanding, and
relationship
sympathy,
that you're in
getting away from
deserves
manipulative
appreciation,
strategies and unreasonable
reciprocation, and I think a
requests.
lot of you guys need to go
It
back to
advances a
kindergarten
culture
where
of
we learn to
appreciation,
treat others how
empowering
you want
ladies
to be
to consider
treated.
their
Because if you
accomplices
don't
to be
want to be
rises to,
used, then don't use
meriting
people.
similar
If
thought
you
and
don't want
regard
to be
they
looked
look for
at as a
themselves.
paycheck, don't be a gold digger. If you want respect, you have to give respect. If you want someone to be compassionate and considerate, you have to be compassionate and considerate. And yes, this absolutely goes both ways. So the fact that so many women are showing the fact that they'll never reciprocate the same energy, this explains why so many men are out here, just match my energy and I'll match yours. And the problem is, it's not happening. It's the same way that so many women will come online and bash men and talk shit about men and talk about their first dates being awful. But the moment that my platform or other women like me call out toxic behaviors, it's a problem. So y'all can talk shit about men and their toxic behaviors, but when women call you out on your own toxic behaviors, it's different. Anyways, drizzle.
Or you just simply hate the soft guy era, this video is for you. Shout out to my fellow Mark Pollard, for dropping a slideshow on Instagram explaining what this is. So if you didn't know, me and my brother Goody started the soft guy era a few weeks ago, and it's going viral. We have been wreaking havoc on the internet, and so have the rest of y'all. We love the support. Keep dropping y'all videos. Let's keep making them mad. So now we're going into detail on what this is. The idea. Men in their soft guy era want to find high value women who can take care of them in ridiculous ways. Yes, we do. They want us to have money. I want my woman to have money as well. It's only right. Drizzle drizzle. The soft guy era is a response to the soft girl era of 2023. It mocks videos in which women demand ridiculous things from men. It twists a mnemonic device from YouTuber Letitia Puday, aka the Sprinkle Sprinkle Lady. It's a supervision of alpha male content. And then here's the kicker, and this is what they don't like. The 4 points. Women say they want equality, but then some demand the most unequal situations from men. And this includes men paying all the bills, but the woman is making money as well, but she doesn't want to come out of pocket because she's a woman, right? Doesn't make sense. That doesn't sound equal to me. Now we're going to go down to insight. If men acted like this, they'd be laughed out the room. See, now when women are hearing these things, they're like, oh, this is ridiculous. No way. You want a mom. You want a parent. You want a man. No, we just want what you guys want from us in return. Now on to the advantage. Men believe they bring a lot to the table, so maybe they are now the table. See, a lot of men don't realize they are the table. If a man is paying all the bills, sir, you are the table. You're providing for a woman and your children. You are the table. But a lot of men don't realize who they are. So they really don't know they've been manipulated into living old-fashioned ways. That shit is over and it's dead. These women get money now. It's time to spend that money now and contribute and work as a team. Eve was made to be a helpmate to Adam. Let's not play. Now the strategy. Show how outrageous it is when men demand to be provided for in the same equality. We all know being a provider in 2024 is a scam, so we don't care. So we're not doing that anymore. We know that's old fashioned. These women got money. These women are working, so they need to contribute. We want a helpmate.
Exactly. That's how we'll teach women.
And that concludes today's discussion on MGTOW voice. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll see you all in the next video.